So, welcome to our little morning flow here from our house in Portugal. We call it the Double Up Vinyasa. Some of you have joined us before when we do this. So we actually take turns in teaching. It's, of course, a bit of different experience when we do it in real life, which is also really fun. We can give hands-on adjustments and things. So you'll just have to kind of imagine that part. But we will take turns in teaching. So we'll switch up a little bit. As always, listen to your body, see how it feels today. If you're ready for some challenges and some fire, there will definitely be some opportunities for that. As long as you stay connected to your breath, feel good and have some fun, we're happy. We're going to start with Kapalabhati breath this morning, just to create a little bit of fire, to, break through anything that's, like grayness outside the window. So we get that fire again. So you want to have a comfortable seat. So you can sit like I do on my knees, or you can sit cross-legged like Naza. If you want to take a block to get a little bit of height, you can do so. So you can wait a little bit to put on the playlist. So just find a tall seat, pretty much. You want to find a tall seat where you can have your spine tall, your shoulders slightly rolled back, and your chest open. So Kapalabhati breath is a pumping breath. It's quite an energizing breath where you focus on the exhalation. So the inhalation will happen by itself. You don't have to think about the inhale. So we're going to do breaths, pumping the belly. So it sounds like, probably you've tried it before. And if not, you just follow along the best you can. And we'll do a couple of calming breaths in between. So find your seat. You can close your eyes for a moment and just really feel that tall seat, open chest. So let's just take a couple of grounding breaths together. So with the eyes closed, take a breath in through the nose and breathe out through your mouth. Let's take two more like those. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Maybe a sound of release, softening the jaw. One more. Inhale. And exhale. Now take a calm breath in through the nose. And a slow breath out through the nose. Now inhale halfway and begin to pump. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Deep breath in. And a deep breath out. And hold on the emptiness. So stay empty for just a moment. Slowly breathe in through the nose. And through the nose, exhale. Round 2. Inhale halfway and begin to pump. And it's okay if you have your own rhythm. Just keep pumping as long as it's steady and you feel this movement of navel in towards the spine. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Deep inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose, empty all the way. As empty as you can, stay in the emptiness for just a moment. Maybe you apply Uddiyana Bandha, draw the navel in and up. Slowly release. If you took the Bandha, breathe in all the way through the nose. And exhale down through the nose. One last round. Inhale halfway. And begin. Pump, 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 pump. Five, four, three, two, one. Inhale. Exhale all the way out. Stay in the emptiness, maybe Uddiyana Bandha, navel in and up. Hold it. Stay calm. Gently release and then take a deep inhale through the nose. Hold at the top for 5, softening the shoulder. 4, 3, 2, through the mouth, exhale, let it go. And just pause for a moment to sense the effects of this breathing technique, just letting your breath come back to its natural rhythm. And then from here, slowly make your way into a child's pose, please. You can put on the playlist and find any expression of child's pose. So maybe knees together or knees apart, maybe arms forward or arms back by your sides. Placing your forehead on the floor. And as you come into your child's pose, allow for a moment to set an intention for your practice this morning. It can be just a word or maybe a little mantra of your own, anything that could serve you throughout the practice this morning. Good. Take a couple of breaths into your intention. Clear out through the mouth anything that could be in your way from being present with this intention. From here, on your next inhale, come up into all fours, tabletop position, shoulders over wrists, hips over your knees. And then walk yourself a little bit towards the back of the mat. Keeping your hips over your knees, begin to walk your hands forward and drop the chest to the floor. You can separate your hands a little wider. If you need to, you could hold onto the edges of the mat. If you feel like I need a little bit of resistance, holding on to the outside of the mat. So just do your best to drop your chest down to the floor. If you're more open, you might have the chin to the floor instead of your forehead. Just breathe. So big breaths in through the chest. And exhale, allow your shoulders to soften. Softening the forehead, softening the jaw. Take a few more breaths here. And take your last one here. Then slowly come back for a little moment into child's pose. Just again, noticing the effects of a deeper back bend, chest opening. And then slowly come back to all fours, please. Again, shoulders over your wrists, hips over your knees. Good. From here, inhale, breathe the right arm up towards the sky, opening the body to the right. Exhale, fold the right arm underneath the left, landing the shoulder on the floor. So your left hand is in front of your face. You have a 90-degree angle in your left elbow, gently pushing the left hand into the floor. Slowly drawing the top shoulder back behind you, opening a bit more the body to the left. If you like to add a little side stretch, walk the fingers over your head to the top of the mat, placing your hands like a little spider at the top of the mat or like a little teepee tent. A couple of breaths here. Really breathing into that left side of your body. If you have the hand overhead, slowly walk it back in front of your face. And then bring your weight into the right knee, releasing the left leg out to the side. So it's at 9 o'clock, close. So your left toes are close to your right fingers. Stay here, planting your left foot into the floor. Maybe bring the left arm up to the sky. Once again, opening the chest a little bit more up towards the sky. So if it feels okay, you turn the body even more up towards the sky. Coming to stand more onto the right shoulder blade. Really important to root that left foot down into the floor. Good. Take one more breath if you have the arm up. And exhale, place the left hand into the floor. Now listen, put the weight into the left hand, push the floor away as you bring the right arm up to the sky, opening the body to the right. Exhale the right hand down to the floor. Shift your shoulders so they're over your wrists. Weight into the right knee, bring the left leg back behind you. So you're on all fours. Left leg is back behind you. Square off your hips. So you can even look back and see that your left toes are pointing down to the floor. So you're flexing the back foot. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, draw the knee towards your nose, rounding your upper body. Inhale, bring the leg back. Lift it up a little higher this time. Gaze forward, inviting a back bend. Exhale, curl everything in. Knee maybe all the way to your nose or your forehead. Once again, inhale, open up. Bring the leg up, lift the chest, lift the chin. Exhale, knee to nose. Hold everything in for one extra breath. And then exhale, release everything down to the floor. Inviting one cat and cow. Inhale, open the chest, lift the tailbone. Exhale, push the floor away, around like a cat, chin to chest. Come back into a neutral spine. Shift the weight into the right hand, left arm up to the sky. Exhale, left hand underneath the right, landing the left shoulder on the mat. Right hand in front of your face. Tenting your right fingers, make sure your right elbow is over your right wrist. So you really want to dig that left shoulder underneath. And then option to walk that right arm overhead, placing those fingers like a spider or like a little tippy tent at the top of the mat. Curling your upper body under, sliding so you almost have the left shoulder blade a bit more onto the floor. Breathe here. See if you can imagine and create some more length through the spine on your inhale. And go a little bit deeper into your twist on the exhale. Last breath here. If your hand is over your head, walk it back to in front of your face. Shift the weight into the left knee. Bring the right leg out to 3 p.m. Weight into the left shoulder. Maybe the right arm goes up to the sky. So really plant your right foot, especially the outer right foot, into the floor here. So you have a steady base, and from there, maybe opening that right arm up to the sky. Take a couple of breaths. 2 more. If you took the right arm up to the sky, bring it back down to the floor. Shift the weight into the right hand, push the floor away. Left arm goes up to the sky, twisting the body to the left. Exhale, left hand down to the floor. Shift the weight into the hands and the left knee, right leg back behind you. Parallel to the floor, flexing your back foot. Inhale here, create length. Exhale, curl everything in, knee to nose. Really curl it in. Inhale back. Bring a little bit of a back bend in, lifting the leg a little higher. Exhale, curl everything in. Knee to nose. Once more. Inhale, open it up. Exhale, curl everything in. Hold for an extra breath. Really get as tight as you can. Next time you exhale, release the leg down. Inhale, open the chest, lift the tailbone. Exhale, round the spine, chin to chest. Come back to a neutral spine. Tuck your toes under and lift your knees just a tiny bit off the floor. So if you were to see yourself from afar, it looks like you have the knees down, but they're not actually there. Find length at the back of the neck. So gaze is somewhere in front of your hands, at the line of your fingers. Shoulders over your wrists. Draw the navel into the spine, so you should be feeling your core here. If not, maybe lower the knees a little bit closer to the floor. Take another 3, 2, 1 more breath. And let the next exhale take you into downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Find your breath here. So we use Ujjayi Pranayama, sounding breath. So it becomes your own music, your own rhythm. In which whenever you slip out of your own rhythm, if it gets too rushed, maybe you've just pushed yourself a little bit too much and just need to recenter. So you can always come back to your breath. Couple of more breaths here. Feel free to bring in a little bit of movement into your down dog. Maybe you pedal the feet, shake your head off a little bit. Maybe you stretch out the muscles of your face. One more breath. From here, slowly walk yourself to the top of the mat. Take a gentle forward fold. Feet hip-width apart, slight bend in your knees. Feel free to take any arm variation here. Maybe you hold the elbows. Maybe you interlace the fingers behind your back. Or swaying side to side. Any way to just release a little bit into the back. One more breath here. If you have your hands interlaced, release the hands to the floor. From wherever you are, bend your knees a little bit and roll all the way up to standing, one vertebra at a time. Take a moment, close your eyes, release the shoulders, bring them up to the ears and back a few times. If you're not already at the top of the mat, come to the top of your mat. Place your big toes together, heels slightly apart. From here, inhale, reach the arms up towards the sky, maybe palms touch or hands shoulder width. Exhale, fold forwards, forward fold. Inhale to a flat back, shoulders away from the ears. Fold, exhale. Step your right foot back. Lower the back knee. Inhale, bring the arms up to the sky. And exhale, hands to the floor. Tuck your back toes and step back, downward facing dog. Inhale forward into plank pose. Exhale, lower knees, chest and chin to the floor. Inhale to a baby cobra. Bring the hands off the floor. Just one breath. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the right leg up and back. Exhale, step the right foot forward in between your hands. Lower the back knee. Inhale, arms up. Anjaneyasana. Exhale, hands to the floor. Step your left foot forward and lift halfway. And exhale, fold forward. Drop the head. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. Bring the arms up. Shift your hips slightly forward, inviting a back bend. Exhale, fold all the way down to the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Lengthen the spine. And exhale to fold. Inhale, step your left foot back. Exhale, bend the knee, lower to the floor. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands to the floor. Step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, forward, plank pose. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin to the mat. Inhale to baby cobra, hands off the floor. Exhale, hands down, come back, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your left leg up and back. Exhale, left foot forward in between your hands. Lower the back knee. Inhale, arms up to the sky. Exhale, hands to the floor. Step forward, lift halfway. Exhale, fold forwards. Come all the way up to standing. Slide back bend. Shift the hips forward and exhale. Come all the way down, hands down. Inhale, halfway lift. We're going a little bit faster. Exhale, right foot back to the back of the mat. Lower the back knee. Inhale, arms up. Sink the hips. Exhale, hands to the floor. Step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank pose. This time your choice, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale to downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg up and back. Right foot forward in between your hands. Lower the back knee. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step forward, lift halfway. Exhale, fold down. All the way up to standing. Reach the arms, shift the hips forward. Maybe look slightly back. Exhale, fold all the way down. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step the left foot back. Back knee to the floor. Inhale, raise the arms. Exhale, hands to the floor. Let's step straight into plank. Inhale. Exhale, lower, your choice. Inhale, chest opens. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. Stay here. Inhale, lift the left leg up and back. Exhale, left foot forward, back knee down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands to the floor. Step forward, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, come all the way up to standing.
Exhale, hands in namaste in front of your heart center. Hands by your sides. Inhale, lift the arms up. And as you exhale, fold it in into Uttanasana. Inhale into flat back, halfway lift. Exhale, walk or chant back, Chaturanga Dandasana, bend the elbows. Now inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, come on back into downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Now inhale, lift the right leg up and back behind you. And then slowly begin to walk the hands all the way back to the back of your mat. So you're coming into standing split. Keep the fingertips on the floor. Take an inhale and look up. See if you can create more length. And as you exhale, fold it in. Drop the head and try to get the right leg a little higher. Stay for another 2. Last one in. Take an exhale and begin to walk the hands all the way to the top of the mat. Lower the right foot down. Inhale, roll into plank pose. Exhale, listen, bend the elbows, come all the way flat to the mat. Bring the forearms down to the floor. Interlace the fingers. Tuck the toes under. Take the knees and the hips off the floor. So it's like plank. Take an exhale here. Begin to walk the feet forward so you're ending in dolphin pose. Take an extra breath. Breathe in. Breathe out. Walk the feet back. Forearms plank. Breathe in. Breathe out. Belly down to the floor. Forearms down on the floor. Sphinx pose. Hands flat. Take an inhale here. Exhale. Find your way back into down dog. Inhale. Lift the left leg up and back behind you. And as you exhale, walk the hands back. So we're coming into standing split. Keep the fingers down, take an inhale and look up flat. Take an exhale, fold it in and try to get the left leg really high. Take the last one, breathe in. And as you breathe out, walk the hands all the way to the top. Lower the left foot down to the mat. Inhale, roll into plank pose. Exhale, bend the elbows, come all the way flat to the mat. Forearms down to the floor, sphinx. Interlace the fingers. Tuck the toes under, take the knees and the thighs off the mat. Take one more breath. And as you exhale, walk the feet all the way to the top. Dolphin pose. Hold for 3, 2, and take one more like this. Breathe in. Breathe out. Walk the feet back. Forearms plank. Breathe in. Breathe out. Belly down to the floor. Thighs down on the mat. Sphinx pose. Hands flat. Look up. Inhale. Exhale, find your way back into down dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale here. As you exhale, bend the knees just a little bit, look forward in between the hands. Inhale, walk or chant to the top of the mat, flat back. Exhale, fold it in, Uttanasana. Inhale, come all the way up to standing, reach up, palms together. Exhale, hands in Namaste in front of your heart. Hands by your sides. Inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana, hands to the mat. Flat back, inhale. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana, walk or champ. Inhale, upward facing dog. And as you exhale, come on back into downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. We're going to stay here for 3 breaths. 2, listen, from here we're gonna jump to the floor. Last one, breathe in, breathe out, bend the knees, look forward. Inhale, jump into a seated position and bring the legs up. We're coming into Navasana. You can keep the knees bent so that the calves are parallel to the floor. Or if you like, you can fully straighten the legs. Stay for another 3, 2, and take the last one. Breathe in. Breathe out. Bend the knees. Hands down to the mat. Walk or jump back. Chaturanga Dandasana. Take an inhale. Lift the chest. Take an exhale. Come on back into downward facing dog. We stay for 3, 2, and take the last one. Breathe in. Breathe out, bend the knees, look forward. Inhale, walk or jump to the top of the mat, flat back. Exhale, fold it in Uttanasana. Inhale, rise up, come all the way up to standing, look up. Exhale, hands in Namaste. Hands by your sides. Again, inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, fold it in, Uttanasana. Ardha Uttanasana, flat back. Chaturanga Dandasana, walk or champ. Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, upward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana, down dog. Nice. We're going to stay for another 3 breaths here. 2. We go into a seated position. Take the last one. Breathe in. As you breathe out, bend the knees, look forward. Inhale, champ through. Nice. We lower the upper back down a little bit more. We're coming into Ardha Navasana. Straighten the legs. Good. Stay for another 2. Take the last one. Listen, come back into the regular Navasana. You can bend the knees. You can fully straighten the legs. We go for another 2. Take the last one, deep inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, hands down to the mat. Make your way back into down dog through Vinyasa, or you can skip it. Everyone, exhale, downward facing dog for 3, 2, and take the last one. Breathe in. Breathe out, bend the knees, look forward. Inhale, walk or champ to the top of the mat, flat back. Exhale, fold it in. Listen, bend the knees, Utkatasana, lift the arms up. Exhale, sink a little deeper. So shift the weight back to your heels, keep the arms up and active. Take 1 more breath. And as you exhale, come on up into a standing pose. Bring the hands in Namaste. And just take a little moment here to close your eyes. Take a little moment to notice how you breathe. Take a little check-in with yourself. Take a little check-in with your body. Notice the sensations. And if you need to readjust your breath, please go ahead. Maybe you're breathing too fast, maybe too shallow. So just take a little moment here. Good. Everyone, take a deep inhale through your nose. Open your mouth, exhale. And take 1 more like this. Breathe in fully and exhale out through your mouth. Great. Chin to chest, hands by your sides, open your eyes, bend the knees, lift the arms up, Utkatasana. Exhale, fold it in into Uttanasana, drop the head. Look up, inhale, flat back. Exhale, walk or jump back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, lift the chest, upward facing dog. Exhale, back into downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Now lift the right leg up and back behind you. And as you exhale, bend the right knee, open up the hips. Re-straighten the right leg, inhale. And as you exhale, step the right foot forward to the top of the mat. Keep the back heel lifted, come all the way up into a high lunge. As you exhale, bring the hands behind you, interlace the fingers. Squeeze the hands, open the chest. Take a deep inhale here, and as you exhale, lower the left knee a little bit, almost touching the floor. Inhale, fully straighten the left leg. Exhale, bend the left knee a lot. Inhale, straighten the left leg. And again, exhale, bend. Fully straighten the left leg. Stay, take an exhale. Lift the arms up, inhale. And as you exhale, bring the hands down to the mat, step back into plank pose, bend the elbows, Chaturanga Dandasana. Lift the chest, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. So for the next time, if you like to skip this part, feel free to simply walk back into down dog. Bring the left leg up and back behind you, please. And as you exhale, bend the left knee, open up the hips. Re-straighten the left leg, inhale. As you exhale, step the foot forward. As you inhale, high lunge. As you exhale, hands behind you. Inhale, look up, see if you can open the chest. Maybe look up. As you exhale, bend the right knee down towards the floor. Inhale, straighten the right leg again. Exhale, bend the right knee almost all the way down to the floor. Inhale, straighten. Bend as you exhale. Fully straighten the back leg. Stay here, take an exhale. Lift the arms up, inhale. Exhale, bring the hands down to the mat. And as I said before, feel free to step back into down dog or you take a vinyasa. Exhale, everyone. Downward facing dog. Stay for another 2. Take the last one, breathe in. Breathe out, bend the knees, look forward. Inhale, walk or jump to the top of the mat, flat back, halfway lift. Exhale, fold it in. Uttanasana. Utkatasana, inhale, bend the knees, lift the arms up. Exhale, come on up to standing, hands in Namaste. Hands by your sides. Again, bend the knees, lift the arms up, coming into Utkatasana. Exhale, fold it in, Uttanasana. We keep the same pattern. Inhale, look up, flat back. Exhale, walk or jump back. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, come on back into downward facing dog. Now lift the right leg up and back behind you. As you exhale, bend the right knee, open up the hips. Now feel free to stay here or flip the dog. So the right foot will land behind you. Lift the right arm up. You can come up onto the ball of the right foot. So you're lifting the right heel up. Try to lift the hips, the belly, and the chest as much as you can. Take one more breath, breathe in. As you breathe out, the right hand goes down to the mat. Lift the right leg up and back behind you. And as you exhale, as you did before, right foot to the top. Inhale into a high lunge. Exhale, hands behind you, interlace the fingers. Inhale to lift the chest, look up. Listen up. As you exhale, lean forward. We're coming into warrior 3 pose. Look down, find a single point, square off the hips. The left toes are pointing down. Take a deep inhale here. Stay, exhale. Take an extra breath, breathe in. As you breathe out, lean forward a little bit more, maybe a lot more. We're coming into standing split. If you can, keep the hands together. If you're losing the balance, feel free to bring the fingers down to the floor. We go for another 2. Take the last one. Slowly, regular high warrior 3. Bend the right knee, step the left foot back. Release the hands, lift the arms up. Breathe in. Breathe out, bring the hands down to the mat. Take a vinyasa or step back into down dog. Beautiful. Now, as we did before, inhale, roll into plank pose. Exhale, bend the elbows, belly down to the floor. Forearms down to the mat, interlace the fingers. Tuck the toes under, take the knees and the thighs off the mat. Walk the feet all the way forward. We're coming into dolphin pose. Feel free to stay here or bring one leg up to the sky. And do small kicks into Pincha Mayurasana. If you prefer, you can keep the palms flat on the mat. We're gonna go for 3, 2, and 1. Dolphin. Walk the feet back into forearms plank. Bring the belly down to the floor. Sphinx pose. Breathe in, look up. Breathe out, back into downward facing dog. Great. Now the left leg up and back behind you, please. As you exhale, bend the left knee, open up the hips. You can stay here or flip the dog so the left foot goes down to the mat. lifting the heel up. Lift the hips, the belly, the chest. 2 more breaths. Take the last one. Exhale, look down. The left hand goes down to the mat. Lift the left leg up and back behind you. As you exhale, step the left foot forward to the top of the mat. High lunge, inhale. Exhale, hands behind you, interlace the fingers. Look up, inhale. As you exhale, lean forward. We're coming into warrior 3 pose. Right leg is parallel to the mat. You can stay here, or you can lean the torso forward, down a little bit closer to the mat. So coming into a kind of standing split shape. 2 more breaths. Breathe in, warrior 3. Breathe out, bend the left knee, step the right foot back. Lift the arms up, inhale. As you exhale, bring the hands down to the mat. Step back, take a vinyasa or downward facing dog. I leave it up to you. We all meet in downward facing dog. Beautiful. From down dog, inhale, roll into plank pose. Exhale, bend the elbows, belly down to the floor, thighs down on the mat. Forearms down on the floor, interlace the fingers. Tuck the toes under, take the thighs off the mat, take the hips off the mat. Walk the feet forward, dolphin pose. Feel free to stay in dolphin pose or bring one leg up to the sky. This time can be the left. You can bend the right knee and kick up into Pincha Mayurasana if it's in your practice. Otherwise, just stay, breathe. 3, 2, and 1. Dolphin pose. From dolphin, walk back into forearms plank. Belly and thighs down to the mat. Hands flat. Inhale, look up, Sphinx. Exhale, make your way back into downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Breathe in here. And as you breathe out, bend the knees, look forward in between the hands. Inhale, walk or chant to the top, flat back. As you exhale, fold it in Uttanasana. Bend the knees, Utkatasana. Inhale. Exhale, come on up into standing, hands in Namaste. Hands by your sides, bend the knees, touch the floor, lift the arms, Utkatasana. As you exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Flat back, inhale. Exhale, walk or chant back. Feel free to walk back into down dog if you want to skip. And exhale, we all meet in down dog. Bring the right leg up and back behind you, please. As you exhale, bend the right knee, open up the hips. You can stay here or you can flip the dog. Next option, you can keep the right foot off the floor. So you just balance on your left hand and the left foot. So try to get the right knee a little higher. We go for another 2. Steady, deep breaths. Last one. As you exhale, look down. Right hand goes down to the mat. Lift the right leg up and back behind you. 3-legged dog. Exhale, right foot to the top of the mat. Inhale, high lunge. So this part is the same. Exhale, hands behind you. Inhale, look up, lift the chest. Exhale, warrior 3. Take 1 breath here. Breathe in. Standing split. Keep the hands behind you. Lean the torso forward. Try to bring the left leg up a little higher. Only 2 more breaths here. Last one in. We adding on. Open the hips. Open the chest to the left side. So it's kind of Ardha Chandrasana. You can keep the palms together or right hand goes down. If you lose the balance, bring the left arm up. Just to make the flow a little bit easier. Stay. We go for another 3, 2, 1. Everyone release, right hand goes down, left arm up, regular half moon pose. Bend the right knee, step the left foot back, warrior 2. Just take a little moment here. Heels in line to each other. Right thigh is parallel to the floor. There you go. Exhale, bend the right knee a little deeper. Now inhale, straighten the front leg. And as you exhale, lean forward, right hand goes down, left arm goes up. We're coming into Trikonasana. Stay for 5 deep breaths. Nice. If you want to add something here, you can bring the right fingers pointing to the left side. So that's 9 o'clock. Then you need to engage the core a little bit more. Stay for another 2. Take the last one. Everyone look down, right hand goes down, bend the right knee, lift the torso up, warrior 2 again. Bend the right knee a little bit more, flip the palm up, reverse the warrior, inhale. And as you exhale, bring the hands down to the mat, step back into plank or down dog. Take a vinyasa if you wish. We all meet in downward facing dog. Nice. Again, inhale, roll into plank pose. Exhale, bend the elbows, belly down to the floor, thighs down on the mat, forearms on the floor, interlace the fingers. Tuck the toes, take the thighs off the mat. There you go. Walk the feet forward, dolphin pose. Nice. Options, you stay or one leg up. Again, we coming into Pincha Mayurasana. We go for 3 breaths. Take the last one. Beautiful, everyone. Dolphin pose. Walk the feet back into forearms plank. Thighs down to the mat. Palms flat. Lift the chest. Inhale. And as you exhale, back into downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. The left leg up and back behind you. As you exhale, bend the left knee, open up the hips. Feel free to stay here or flip the dog. You can keep the left foot on the floor or lift the left foot off the mat. So you're just balancing on your right hand and your right foot. 2. Take the last one in. As you exhale, look down, the left hand goes down to the mat. Lift the left leg up and back behind you so you're squatting off the hips. As you exhale, the left foot to the top of the mat. We're just passing by the first time. Inhale, high lunge. As you exhale, hands behind you, interlace the fingers. As you inhale, you look up, you open the chest. As you exhale, warrior 3. We stay for 2. 1 more breath. Stay, exhale, lean the torso forward, standing split. We stay for another 2. Take the last one in. As you exhale, begin to open the hips and the chest to your right side. So Ardha Chandrasana half moon pose. If you prefer, bring the left hand down, right arm up. Stay for another 2. Take the last one, breathe in. Everyone, release the hands. The left hand goes down, the right arm up. Regular half moon. Bend the left knee, step the right foot back, and we're coming into warrior 2. Take a little moment here to find alignment. Heels in line, left thigh parallel to the floor, shoulders relaxed. Sink a little deeper as you exhale. Now inhale, fully straighten the front leg. As you exhale, lean forward, the left hand goes down and the right arm up. Trikonasana for 5. Adding on this side, again, if you prefer, you can bring the left arm parallel to the floor so the fingers are pointing at 3 o'clock. Keep the legs active. Stay for another 2. Take the last one. The left hand goes down, look down, bend the front knee as you exhale. Inhale, reverse the warrior. And as you exhale, hands down to the mat. Step back, plank pose or downward facing dog. So I leave it up to you. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good, this is the last time. So we meet in down dog, take an exhale. As you inhale, roll into plank pose. As you exhale, bend the elbows, thighs, belly down to the floor. Forearms down to the mat, interlace the fingers. Tuck the toes under, take the thighs, the legs, the hips off the mat. Plank, breathe in. Walk the feet forward, dolphin pose. Feel free to stay here or one leg up and kick up. We go for 3. Stay aquí. 2. Last. Beautiful, everyone. We meet in dolphin. Walk the feet back. Forearms plank. Belly back to the floor. Thighs on the mat. Hands flat. Take an inhale and look up. And as you exhale, find your way back into downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. 3, 2, and 1. Everyone drop the knees down to the mat. Just take a little break here. Knees down to the mat. Forearms down to the floor.
Allow for a couple of breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. Softening shoulders and your neck. Come back to your intention, to your word or your mantra. You might have forgotten it along the way. So back to your intention, to your breath. Maybe there's even something you'd like to add for the last moments of this practice. Take one more breath here in your child's pose. And slowly slide forward to lie onto your belly. So come all the way to lie onto your belly. Bring your hands back behind you. Interlace the fingers like you've done already a lot of times during this class. Untucking your toes, pressing your upper feet into the floor. Press your hips into the floor and lift your chest. See if you can get the arms to lift off your buttocks, really stretching the shoulders, your chest. Stay like this. Maybe also add lifting your legs up, just as steady as they were on the mat. Gluing them in together as much as you can. Squeeze your buttocks. Go for another 3. See if you can, with each breath, just get a little bit more space. 2. 1 more breath. And exhale, release everything down. Releasing, make a little pillow with the hands underneath the forehead for a moment. Shake your legs a little bit like spaghetti, allowing your heels to fold out. Just softening the whole pelvis down to the floor. For what we'll do next, you will need a block. So if you don't have it near you, please grab your block and keep it at the top of your mat. So you will stay lying on your belly. Take the block with your 2 hands, straightening the arms in front of you so the palms are pressing to the outside of the block. You're not curling your fingers around the block, but you're just pressing the palms into the block. Straight arms, forehead to the floor. Keep your legs on the floor for now, but same engagement, pressing the upper feet into the floor, thighs engaged, press your hips down. Now lift your upper body, including the arms and the block off the mat. You don't need to look forward, rather even look slightly down to keep the length in the back of your neck. So legs firm, still down. Press your hands into the block. See if you can lift your upper body a little higher for another 3. Feel your shoulder blades drawing in towards each other. 2. Straighten the arms, lift a little bit higher. And exhale, release everything down. Still hold the block, just soften the arms a little bit. Soften the shoulders. Now keep the arms like they are, holding onto the block. Straight arms in front of you. So we're going to isolate and only work with the legs for a moment. But still straight arms, hold onto the block like you just did. Lift only your legs off the floor. So squeeze the legs in together. Point through the toes. Really fire up your legs. Fire up your buttocks. Now we add on the upper body. So legs are engaged. Now lift the upper body with the arms and the block. Remember, you're squeezing onto the block with the palms, but you're not rounding the fingers around. Really pressing the palms in. Gaze slightly down, chin slightly to your chest. Hold for 3. 2. Remember, each breath gives you a little bit more depth, a little bit more opening. 1 more inhale to lift. And exhale, release everything down. Hands underneath the forehead. Shake your hips a little side to side. Make your body spaghetti-like. Maybe even you can invite the quality of spaghetti to your breath, letting it be a bit more soft. Really dropping your whole front body down to the earth. Just take a moment to feel your breath, feel your pulse. We'll do 2 more back bends here on the belly. First round. Unless you have if you have any back issue and want to keep working on the strength, what we just did is back strengthening, where you have the block in front of you, simply working towards gravity. Otherwise, you're going to bring your hands back behind you, holding onto the ankles. So we'll do first round is holding onto the ankles and flexing your feet. So your toes are pointing to the back of the mat. Start off with the legs a little bit closer together. So you want to make sure they're not flaring out to the side. Now lift up, keeping your thighs on the floor, pressing your feet back into the hands, lifting your chest. So press the hips down, lift the chest, reach the legs, the feet back to go deeper into the bow pose. So it's an expression where the legs are on the floor. Take 2 more breaths. Last one, inhale. Exhale, release down. Just let your arms stay along your sides, or if you've gone with the other expressions, you can have the arms above you. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Last option here. Bring your arms back, and you can choose to hold your feet, so the tops of the feet from the outside, or you're going to bring an outer rotation in the shoulders, so you grab the feet from the inside, so your thumbs will land into the arch of your foot. So just see what's available. Bring your legs together. This time you can allow the legs to lift up. So when you're ready, you're going to lift the knees off the floor, press the feet back into your hands, creating this resistance, opening the chest and breathe. Maybe even close your eyes, really breathe into this pose, opening the whole front of your body. How can you find this balance between the effort and the ease in the pose? You need to find strength, but there also needs to be some softening. Take another 2 breaths. Last one. Inhale deeply. And exhale, release everything down. Forehead to the mat, maybe hands as a pillow. And for a moment, just bend the knees and move your legs side to side. So like windshield wipers with your lower legs. No rush. Take your time. Or maybe you just stay still for a moment. feeling the effects of this back bend. Take another breath in through the nose. Releasing the legs down if they're not already. Exhale through the mouth. Good. From here, you're going to turn around so you're facing the sky. So you can actually flip over right where you are. Doesn't matter which direction you have the head or the legs. So as we're already opening the body, I want to give you the option to go into a few more back bends before we cool down. So let's start off with bridge pose. Feet hip width apart, arms along the sides. Press the feet down and lift your hips up to the sky. Interlace the fingers underneath, rolling one shoulder at a time underneath. You can stay in the more classic variation of bridge pose here. If you want to add a little variation, you're going to walk the right foot a little closer to the left. Bring the left knee into the chest and extend the left leg up to the sky, pointing like a Barbie doll shoe up to the sky. So there's a floating happening in the toes. So you're pressing through the ball of the foot. Stay for another 3. Make sure the right knee doesn't go out to the side. Draw it in 2. If your left leg is up, slowly bring it down. Place it next to the right. Stay here. Maybe then bring the right knee into the chest, unless you're going back to regular bridge. So the knee first to the chest, then you extend the right leg up to the sky, pointing up through the ball of the foot. See how much you can fire up that thigh. Make sure the left knee doesn't go out to the side. Bring it into center. Take one more breath. Lift the hips. Exhale, right foot down to the floor. Separate the feet, hip width. Slowly release the hands. Lift the heels up and roll one vertebra at a time all the way down to the mat. Bring the soles of the feet together, knees apart. Supta Baddha Konasana for a moment. Maybe a hand to your belly, a hand to your chest. Reconnect to your breath. If you feel the breath mostly in your chest, can you actively bring it down to your belly? Breathing into the hand that is on the belly, onto the chest, all the way up to the collarbones. Creating your own deep rhythm here. I'll let you stay here if you like, because you're like, that's enough. If you want to take full wheel pose, Urdhva Dhanurasana, I'll give you 10 breaths if you feel ready for it. So start whenever you're ready. If you do go to wheel, do it slowly with awareness. Maybe experiment with keeping your feet and your hands a little wider today, just to get a bit more space. You can stay in wheel if you want to experiment with the leg up to the sky variation. You do so with the same technique we used in bridge pose. So you have a stable foundation. Wherever you are, stay and breathe. Steady, deep breath. Maybe you're in bridge, maybe you're back on the floor. If you're still up, take your last few breaths and we'll meet again in Supta Baddha Konasana on the back. No rush if you're still up. Feet together, knees out wide, hands to the belly and to the chest. Again, reconnecting to your breath. Maybe you can feel your heartbeats. Just reconnecting to that aliveness of you that we sometimes may forget. Taking a moment to stay in appreciation for your body being able to do these postures, this breathing, for having time to give some self-care, some practice, something good for yourself. A few more breaths here, letting everything slow down. From here, slowly use your hands to lift your knees so they touch, and bring the right knee into your chest as you extend the left leg to the floor. So you hug the right knee into your chest, bring that right knee across the body to your left into a spinal twist. Right arm out to the side. If you want to take eagle legs, going a little deeper, feel free to do so. Or any other variation, if it's 2 90-degree angles with the knees, just take your favorites and see how much you can soften into this twist. So rather than pushing yourself, we're moving away from the effort. You've done a lot of engaging things, active things in this practice. See if you can release that, even if you need to exhale through the mouth to help you to facilitate that shift of energy in how you move. Keeping your belly soft. Take another 3 deep breaths here. 2. And slowly come back to center without rushing. Switch sides. So left knee to the chest. Bring it over to the right. And then place your legs however you like in your twist on the back. Left arm out to the side. Really releasing any tension in the shoulders, in your neck. Letting your body melt into this shape. See if you can, as you're in your twist, invite this sensation of clearing and cleaning out as it gives a massage to your organs of the belly. Can you also energetically feel that it's a cleaning, maybe of things going on in your mind, things that are going on in your body? So visualization, imagination is powerful, so you can bring it into the asana practice. Take your last 3 deep breaths here. Softening your jaw and your tongue. Slowly, slowly back to center. Be mindful as you move. Bring your knees eventually into your chest. Give yourself a well-deserved hug, a squeeze. Take a moment to get as small as you can. Maybe even lift the head up. Bring the head to the knees. Curl it in. Take another breath. And exhale, release everything down to the floor, finding your way into final rest of Shavasana. If you have a blanket, you might want to cover yourself up. Maybe you have something to cover your eyes with. You can do so. Take what you need and get really super spacious on your mat. Take up space. Spreading your legs out, arms away from the body. Softening toes and fingers. And let's together take one deep inhale through the nose, filling your whole body up with a deep breath. Hold it for a moment. And when you feel ready, release it through the mouth, allowing your lips to stay as soft as they do when you exhale through the mouth. Letting your whole body become heavy, sinking into the earth. Becoming one with earth. We'll stay here for a little bit longer, so I won't leave you hanging here. So just stay for a few more moments in Shavasana. We'll come out of it together in just a bit. I'm just really savoring this moment of complete stillness, of not needing to do or be anything at all. You can stay here as long as you want, of course. So if you feel like staying longer, you just stay right where you are. If you have things that you need to move on with today, slowly begin to move out of your Shavasana, and I'll meet you in a couple of moments in a seated position. So take your time, make your transition really slow and gentle, keeping your eyes closed all the way, keeping your awareness inside. And if you're still on your back on the floor, just stay and enjoy the stillness in Shavasana. And those of you who have found your seat, invite the breath into your chest and extend all the way up through your spine, from the base up, along up to the rib cage, and all the way to the crown of your head. So you feel like you're growing more spacious with your breath. The exhalation is simply a softening, a grounding of your shoulders, shoulder blades, muscles of your face. Take a moment to notice your breath wherever you are. Take a moment to notice how you're feeling now compared to when you just showed up for your practice this morning, or whenever you're taking this practice. Bring the palms together in front of your heart center. Once again, invite a sensation, feeling of gratitude for yourself, for your body, for your practice, however it felt like or looked like this morning. And maybe the mantra you set for your practice is something you can take with you as you move through your day, into your life. Bowing to the heart, namaste. Thank you for joining.